What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Driveclub VR for the PlayStation 4. Now the last trophy that I do have to get is Outer Limits, which is to reach a driver level 60. I was using a different method while I was going for this level 60, and then I decided to change up to something else. So I'll talk about all that in this video, but anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this. I was live streaming this over on Twitch. I do live stream all my Platinum Trophies and various other games over there. So if you want to go follow me, there's a link down in the description below. I do want to make note before I go any farther that all the servers for all the Driveclub games are going to be going down at the end of March. So the end of this month, March 2020. So if you weren't able to do them before then, I'm sorry. All the DLC was delisted back in August. So if you wanted to go for the 100% in Driveclub or Driveclub Bikes, you can't do that anymore, unfortunately. But if you do want to go for any of these games, at least for the Platinums, it's kind of like the last call to kind of go for it, because some of them can be pretty grindy, especially this one. So anyway, with all that being said, let's get into how I kind of got to level 60 and what my process was and what I ended up using at the end of the day. So starting off, I had a problem with this game where essentially I couldn't play through any race. I couldn't start any race. When I started a race up, the game blue screened and it quit. Like, the application just completely closed. So I was looking up issues on why this was happening, and people essentially came to the conclusion that you had to delete the game save in order to fix the problem. So deleting the game save is different than deleting the actual game itself. The game save is just the information, and you're probably thinking, well, when you deleted that, didn't you lose your levels? Surprisingly, I didn't. The only thing I lost when I deleted the game save was anything related to the career mode, replays, and ghosts. Like, it was like nothing significant at all. I kept all my progress with my levels, all my progress with my accolades. I kept all my progress with everything that really counted towards trophies other than like the career mode. So when this happened, I started the game back up. I played back through the career mode, all the way back through the career mode. I never had this blue screen issue happen ever again, so it might have been like an anomaly that just happens to every few, one in every 1,000 people or whatever, so you might not have this issue. But essentially, I played back through the whole career mode, and I got to like high level 30s or something like that, and I was like, hey, I made good progress from where I was, so let's delete the game save again and play back through the career mode again, because this is a way that you can kind of earn XP and stuff for just doing regular races, because you'll earn XP for getting stars and stuff without actually with doing it multiple times. So I played through the career mode again. So I played through this career mode a total of 2.5 times. I ended up getting to like high level 40s or something, and I was like, I don't want to do that again. Let's just figure out a way to grind through. So the first thing that I started doing was I was essentially going into a time trial with hypercars and just drifting around every corner, and it was a good way to get actual XP, because I was getting anywhere between 200,000 to 300,000 XP every like 15 minutes or so, but it was taking a significant amount of time, and I wasn't really making progress towards accolades, because the best way to get free, quote-unquote free XP in this game is to essentially level up your accolades. And accolades are like challenges throughout the game. Winning so many races, getting so many clean sectors, passing so many people, doing so many miles in this car, winning so many events in a certain area. And when you level these up to level 8, 9, 10, in the higher range, it's basically hundreds of thousands of free XP. So I ended up going with a different method for the rest of my grinding, basically from like mid-level 50 all the way to level 60, which was essentially to just do one lap of this track at Canada with 7 opponents on the easiest difficulty. And doing this works me towards a lot more accolades than just doing the time trial, because when I'm doing the time trial, I'm only working towards essentially 2 accolades at a time. I'm only working towards drifting and miles driven in a certain car. I'm not really working towards event accolades. I'm not really working towards overpass accolades. I'm not really working towards clean sector accolades. I'm not really working towards any of that. So when I was doing the races, I was able to get some XP from winning the race. I would average probably about 10,000 XP per an actual race. But on top of that, we were making a lot more progress towards the accolades. And that's really the big way of getting a free XP. It's free, essentially. So you'll see at the end of this race, at the start of the video, I got like 200,000 XP out of nowhere. At the end of this video, I think I get like 250,000 XP for getting so many, clean sectors. Whatever it is, you work towards a lot of things with these accolades. And to get to level 60, you're talking like, it's like mid 20 million XP. It's a decent amount of XP. So you want to try to get all the quote-unquote free XP that you can get where you don't really have to grind for anything. Because if you think about it, if I can get a free 1 million XP from leveling up accolades, that's what, like 45 minutes of me drifting around a track over here with a hypercar. So it's saving me time in the long run. I might not be getting as much XP up front from actually winning the race, but in the long run, I'm getting way more free XP from these accolades. And essentially what I'm trying to get at, I've said accolades a lot, but accolades are the way to go to get level 60. So anyway, that's going to be our last race that we have to get. There we go. Level 10 on clean racing, which gets us like 230,000 XP. And there's our trophy, and then we will get our platinum trophy. I believe it's called Virtuoso. We'll take a look at that. But yeah, that's that platinum trophy. Glad to get it done. But anyway, let's take a look at this list. Here's a look at the list, 100% with the platinum, no DLC or anything in Driveclub VR, and it just kind of sucks that your levels and everything don't transfer from regular Driveclub. This is like a brand new game, like basically Driveclub doesn't mean anything to this game, which kind of sucks because it's not the same way with bikes. But as you're looking through the list here, you'll see that there are a lot of trophies just related through playing through the game, various easy things that you'll do, and then a lot of golds that are just, essentially they're not that bad, and I don't understand how this game is such a rare platinum, but hey, if they want to keep it that way, I'm perfectly fine with it. But I found a lot of the things to be pretty easy while playing through the game. Anyway, here's the profile trophy level 42, 90%, got 11,219 total trophies, got 7,718 bronze, 2,471 silver, 869 gold, 161 platinums, and like I said, 11,219 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And here's the platinum trophy itself, Virtuoso. I was right. So if you're looking at getting this game or any of the other Driveclub games, like I said, it's kind of like the last call because the servers are shutting down in March, so at least hop on and do the online trophies. I would just advise to do everything and try to get the platinum because I find it kind of suspicious that when you delete your game save, your levels don't get deleted. It's like they're almost saved to their servers, Driveclub servers. So I'm thinking if the servers ever go down, that maybe your levels might not track correctly either. So if it was me, I would just say try to get them all done. I'm done all the Driveclub games, which is really nice. Platinum 100% all of them, so that's really nice. But like I said, I really don't know why this game is that rare, because I've read a lot of things that there's people having issues with kind of like the virtual reality part where they kind of get motion sickness. I really didn't have any issues with that. I mean, I guess I could see how you could have issues with that, but I really didn't have any issues with that. So I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to be a little biased here when I'm giving my 1 out of 10 times and everything. So 1 out of 10, if I had to rate this platinum, I'm going to give this like a 4 out of 10. It's really not that bad. To me, it's like below average for a difficulty for like a racing game, because a lot of this stuff I was able to beat in my first try. I didn't really have any difficulties while playing through anything, and I didn't find it too crazy. It wasn't like some of those DLCs in Driveclub that people were complaining about, like the Hennessy lap or the AMG DLC, any of that. There was nothing like that in this game. You just played through the game, and that was that. There was nothing difficult that I found to be, at least. Time it takes to get the platinum, you're probably looking at like 40-ish hours, I would say, something around there. It's really not that bad, especially if you use the method of the races and not the drifting. That'll save you a decent amount of time in the long run. But yeah, I'd probably say around 40 hours is probably like a safe bet. Maybe 50. It really depends on how easily you can beat the events, because obviously if you can beat all the events the first try and you're not kind of struggling through them, then it's going to take significantly less time than if you have to play an event 5 times, because it's going to take 5 times longer to get through the game if you're doing that with every event. So that's also somewhat of a factor to kind of get through. But the good thing is if you're failing, quote unquote, at stuff, at least you're making progress towards your XP and your accolades and everything else. So that's a positive way of looking at everything. So yeah, 4 out of 10, 40-ish hours to get through that. Not really anything too crazy or too ridiculous. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have been playing the game, if you plan on playing it, if you just have given up on it, what you guys have been doing, if you've gotten it done. Let me know down in the comments below. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, other videos like this, a list to the trophy list if you want to go take a look at that. So if you want to go check any of that stuff out, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.